There was one room in my grandmother's house that nobody was allowed to enter. Not me, not my parents, not even the neighbors. The door was always locked, and every time I asked what was inside, my grandmother gave me the same warning. Whatever you hear coming from that room, don't open the door. I thought it was just an old woman's superstition. Until the night I heard someone crying inside. My grandmother's house was over 100 years old. It stood at the end of a quiet road, surrounded by tall trees that blocked out most of the sunlight. The forbidden room was upstairs, at the end of a narrow hallway. There were strange scratches around the door, hundreds of them. Some were so deep that they had cut through the paint. One evening, while my grandmother was downstairs, I walked toward the room. Then I heard a voice, a little girl's voice. "Please, help me." I froze. I knew there were no children in the house. I ran downstairs and asked my grandmother who was inside. She dropped the plate she was holding. Her face went completely pale. Then she grabbed my arm. "You heard nothing, but Grandma, someone is in there." She looked toward the ceiling. Then she whispered, "That room has been locked for 30 years. I asked her why. She didn't answer. Instead, she told me something that made my blood run cold. Your uncle went inside when he was 17. He opened the door one night because he heard his mother calling him from inside. He entered and he never came out. The police searched the entire house. They found nothing. No body. No footprints. Nothing. So my grandmother locked the room forever. That night I couldn't sleep. At exactly 3:17 a.m., I heard 3 knocks from upstairs. Knock, 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 knock. At 3:13 a.m., I heard 3 knocks from upstairs. Then silence. A few seconds later, "Please, help me." It was the same little girl's voice. I got out of bed. I told myself I would only look. Nothing more. I slowly walked upstairs. The hallway was completely dark. At the end of it stood the forbidden door, and for the first time, I noticed something strange. The lock was open. My heart started pounding. I reached for the handle. Then a voice whispered directly behind me, "Don't open it." I turned around. Nobody was there. I should have run. Instead, I opened the door. The room was completely empty. No furniture. No windows. Just old wooden walls covered with photographs. I stepped closer. Every photograph showed my family. My grandmother, my parents, my uncle. And then I saw a photograph of myself. I was standing in that exact room. But the photograph looked old, very old. I looked at the date written beneath it, 1987. I wasn't even born until years later. Then I noticed something else. In the photograph, I wasn't alone. Someone was standing behind me, a little girl. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind me. I tried the handle. It wouldn't move. Then I heard breathing, slow, heavy. Right behind me, I turned around. The little girl from the photographs was standing in the corner. Her head was lowered. Her hair covered her face. I couldn't move. Then she slowly raised her head and whispered, "You finally came back." I screamed. "Back?" She smiled. Then she pointed at the wall. I looked at the photographs again. Every picture had changed. My family was gone. The house was gone. And in every photograph, I was standing in the room. Then I heard my grandmother screaming from the hallway, "Get out!" The door suddenly opened. I ran. When I reached downstairs, my grandmother was crying. I asked her who the girl was. She looked at me and said, "Your uncle wasn't the first person to disappear in that room," she continued, "and you weren't the first person to hear her voice." I asked what she meant. She pointed toward the staircase. The forbidden door was slowly closing by itself. Then, from upstairs, I heard the little girl whisper, "Grandma, I'm still waiting for you." My grandmother looked terrified, and that's when I realized she had been inside that room before. Some doors are locked to keep people out. Others are locked to keep something in.